Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about 5 different types of self-care: emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, and social. Not in any particular order. Let's get to it. Taking care of ourselves is so important, especially in today's fast-paced world. Self-care can help us recharge, reduce stress, and just improve our overall well-being. Let's go ahead and dive into the 5 different kinds of self-care. The first type of self-care is emotional self-care. This involves managing our emotions, whether they're positive or they're negative. It includes activities like journaling, therapy, spending time with loved ones. The second type of self-care is mental self-care. This type of self-care involves taking care of our minds with things like journaling, reading, learning new things, and practicing mindfulness. It also involves setting healthy boundaries, like learning when to say no, something that you know that if you follow me on this channel, I've been practicing that for a while now, and it's a trick for me, but I'm learning, I'm getting there. The third type of self-care is spiritual health care. This type of self-care, it involves with connecting with our inner selves, with our beliefs, our values. It includes activities like meditation, prayer, spending time in nature could be helpful. The fourth type of self-care is social. This type of self-care involves building and maintaining positive relationships with others. It can include activities, simple, spending time with friends and loved ones, or it can be volunteering or joining a support group. There are many ways to take care of your social self-care need. Fifth and final type of self-care is going to be physical self-care. This type of self-care involves taking care of our physical body. We can take care of our physical bodies by getting exercise, eating healthy foods, getting plenty of sleep, hydrating. It also includes activities like taking a bath, a spa day, getting a massage, all kinds of ways for physical self-care. I believe that there are many facets in order to be successful at weight loss, and I think that self-care is pretty high up there. So take an inventory. How are you doing with the 5 different types of self-care? Is there one category where you may be lacking a little bit? Are there any habits that you can add into your life to kind of, just up the ante on that self-care? Let me know in the comments down below. This video is also going to be a weigh-in video. I like to do the 2 first. You get my weigh-in too. Actually, it's not my weigh-in day yet. I don't know what I weigh yet this week. Today is the day before, and I just wanted to do a pre-assessment because that is one of the ways that I protect my mental self-care. That's, just kind of what I do is I like to take stock of how I did throughout the week before I step on the scale, because my actions are more important to me than the number on the scale. Yes, I want to see those numbers go down, but really, is it about, am I practicing healthy habits that will get me into a healthy lifestyle? I was really good with, my water this week. I was really good with my sleep this week. I don't think that I had any bouts of, emotional eating this week. Now my steps are way down this week because, okay, if you follow my videos, if you've been watching, you know that I did the Derek's Journey Step Challenge, and last month I did 430,000 steps, and then as soon as that was over, they kind of went down. But my goal for the month of April is still to get 370,000 steps for the month. I'm still on target to hit that goal. I'm not worried about that. My steps aren't that low where I'm not going to be able to do that. So all in all, I feel really good about this week. I did have a few challenges. I was busier than normal because I was walking dogs for Rover. So that was a thing, but I planned for it and I was pretty good. Wednesday was tough because I overbooked myself. I had to cancel my live stream, the ABCs of weight loss, because there was just no way and it was stressing me out too much. I just couldn't be in two places at one time. And I really had to manage my mind around that because I wanted to make it a priority. I didn't want to have to cancel my live stream. And when it came down to it, I had to. And at the end of the day, I feel good about that decision, but it was a really hard decision to make. I didn't make it until the last hour. I feel really terrible about it. And the only thing that I would have done differently is been more decisive about the whole situation, or not have double booked myself. Duh. Easy way to solve that one. Don't do that. At the end of the week, I'm really proud of myself for my behaviors and my actions this week, and I think that they will translate into a good weigh-in. I did my strength training exercises. I did an ab challenge. My mood was exactly where I wanted to be. Like, everything was really, really good except for Wednesday and Tuesday. I had some car issues on Tuesday. Ugh. Anyway, other than that, but I did good around it. I didn't let, stress at work get in my way. I didn't let car troubles get in my way. I didn't let getting myself overbooked get in my way, provide excuses, all of the things that are really common for me to do. And I think it's because I've really been practicing on self-care. So that's why I wanted to talk about the 5 types of self-care this week. Now you know why that was sparked. Before we get into my weigh-in real quick, I just wanted to really quick do a little bit of poi practice because I have new subscribers and I didn't do poi for like a whole month. And some of them were like, hey Deanna, what's poi? And I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't, a lot of people don't know what that is. So we're gonna do some poi. These are my poi. These are made from spin balls. I was told by a professional that these are beginner models for children. I don't care. I bought them for myself because I wanted to learn. And yeah, there we go. So I have beginner models, whatever. It's fine. I'm a beginner, right? So they turn on and you can change the lights that they do. And then there's all kinds of different tricks and things that you can do with them. And I'm a beginner. I've only been doing this since December is when I got them. So, and these are broke for some reason. They don't stay on, they turn off. It doesn't matter. Now I'm way out of practice because I have not been practicing lately. So just letting you know that, yeah. I can't practice with my glasses on because I often hit myself in the face, just so you know. They're soft, so when I hit myself, it doesn't hurt or anything. It can hurt. There have been days that it hurts. So this is a butterfly whenever you go like this, but whenever you go, when you switch your hands, it's called thread the needle. And I don't know if you can even really tell that I'm switching my hands. Like right, left, right. Yeah, I need more practice. I'm so out of practice. It's kind of embarrassing. So you get the idea. I am currently just on beginner moves. I don't have a lot of things. I'm still learning. I'm supposed to be practicing every day, but I forgot. So I didn't forget. I didn't have time. I was getting steps. So that's my point. But I just wanted to give that little show for the people that are new here and don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about it. Okay, stay tuned. Tomorrow's my weigh-in day. See you then. Happy weigh-in day. So we're talking about self-care, and the reason why is because it's on my vision board right here. Self-care. I really wanted to focus on self-care this year, 2023, because when my self-care was low, there was a pattern that I would also fall behind on my healthy habits, weight loss in general. Things would just kind of be pushed to the side when my self-care was low. So I wanted to really focus on it as, a thing. I really wanted to make it a primary focus for the year to see if taking care of myself, doing that better, would show better results in my weight loss adventure. So physical self-care every day, pretty much 7 days a week. I go on at least a 30-minute walk. I do it with my dog. Most of the time it's in nature, so it's very refreshing, renewing, just gives me a good sense of peace, and I totally enjoy it. But then I also do my strength training exercises, all kinds of things. That is one way that I'm doing my physical care, but also by eating healthy, thinking about the foods that I'm putting in my body. Are these, great foods, wholesome, nutritious? Am I getting enough water? Physical self-care can take on so many different realms, and I just like to take stock and make sure that I'm taking care of my physical body. Social self-care is also an important item. I noticed that sometimes what happens is I will get into a mood or a funk or whatever you want to call it, and I do the one thing that I shouldn't be doing. I want to isolate. I pull away from my friends when really I should be leaning into them. So social self-care is so important, and fighting that urge to isolate, to feel alone, because it just creates these deeper feelings of resentment and I don't know what else. But when I take care of myself socially and I make sure that I'm checking in with my accountability partners, talking with my friends, talking with my family, it just makes me feel better all around. Spiritual self-care. So taking the time to reflect, to do assessments. Whenever I do my meditation practice that I've started this year in January, what this does is just helps me connect to my why. It gives me purpose, gives me reason, and grounds me in those. It is part of the roots of my tree by having that, what I call for me, my spiritual practice. Everybody's spiritual practice is going to look differently, but it does make a huge difference in just my overall outlook. Mental health, the way that I practice this is I listen to podcasts, I listen to books. All of this, is a great way for me to learn, to expand, to grow, to just nurture my brain, to nurture, and it just feels differently whenever I'm actively making this a priority in my life. It gives me motivation and energy and excitement that whenever I'm not actively focusing on it, I just don't have that. Finally, the last one that I'm going to talk about is the emotional self-care. And this was the one where I needed the most amount of work. Expressing my feelings, expressing my needs. I can do that in my journal, but I've also learned that taking care of my mental state includes my meditation and includes breathing exercises. And it involves another thing on my vision board here, speak up. It involves speaking up. If I don't express what my needs and my wants are, how are they going to be addressed? I need to express them to myself, and I need to express them to the people around me. So I'm practicing that. It's something I'm practicing. I'm getting better at it. but I was severely lacking in this realm of self-care. But as I do that, I can just see overall my mood is just improving. My focus is improving. My weight loss results are improving. I've seen firsthand how important self-care can be. So again, I ask you, take stock of your personal self-care. Where is it that maybe you are lacking, and where can you, just up it a little bit to help improve your self-care? Anyway, that's it for that on self-care. Now I want to talk about my weigh-in this week. I'm really glad that I did that self-assessment yesterday, because my weigh-in wasn't, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. But because I went through and I looked at my week, and I saw that I was eating well, I saw that I was doing my exercises, I saw that I was, following through with most of my healthy habits, I felt good about myself. I felt like, you're doing everything good. And I'm gonna let that continue on, because this week whenever I stepped on the scale, it said I weighed the same as I did. No, actually not the same. I weighed 212.2, so I lost 2 ounces, so pretty much stayed the same. That's what I was, not last week, but the week before. So all in all, stayed the same. But I know that I'm on the right path. I know that I'm doing the right things. So I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, and we're gonna see weight loss, next week or the week after. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below, what is the one area of self-care where you feel like you need the most improvement. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video as always.